G'day YouTube, Down to Bricks here. Watcha Building. Today I'm going to review the Death Star Final Duel set 75093. Comes with 724 pieces and 5 minifigs. So let's check those minifigs out. That's a pretty nice grouping of minifigures, isn't it? So left to right we get 2 Royal Guards, we get the Emperor, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. So the Royal Guards are very nice with the Royal Guards because we get actually different coloured arms and hands on those. So they're in the darker red. So that looks really good. And the cape is actually a two-sided coloured cape. So on the inside of the cape there we have it in the dark red, and on the back of the cape it's actually just in bright red. So when I swing the minifigs round you'll see that on the back of them there's just some light detailing on the front of the torso there for the guards, but they do look great, don't they? And onto the Emperor, and he looks fantastic. Great printing down onto the legs, looks really good. And Darth Vader, again the printing down onto the legs, that's just fantastic. Onto Luke, it's probably a bit of a shame we didn't get any leg printing on him, but again it is a great looking minifigure. But just I think when you compare it with the Emperor and Darth Vader, it's kind of a little bit plain, but the printing on those two is just fantastic. And of course my favourite new addition to Darth Vader is of course the helmet, the new helmet, and it just looks great. I really like that. Let me bring it in here and just show you a little bit closer. I mean, that just looks great, doesn't it? And the way they've sort of been able to achieve that look is actually have it as two-piece. So let me just take the helmet off there and you can see how it actually has the bottom breather part of the helmet there. And just having a look at those face prints on the Emperor and Darth Vader, they're just really nice printing there as well. So the backs of the minifigs, so you can see that we actually get rear face printing on Luke and some rear torso printing, and I do like that rear torso printing on Luke. There is no rear torso printing on Darth Vader or the Emperor, but the Emperor does have double-sided face printing, and Darth Vader actually has printed scars and some battle damage and that on the back of his head, so that looks great as well. And as I mentioned with the Royal Guards, you can see how that is the bright red on the back, and if I can just lift this up a little bit, they are the stiff capes. It's going to be a little bit tricky without bending them too much. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. And there you can see how it's the dark red underneath. So I like that. I really like that with the capes. I actually wish we actually got that a little bit more with some of the other minifigures, but it was great to get it with these Royal Guards. And again, there is no rear torso printing on the Royal Guards. So it's got a lot going on with it, this set. So let's start right up the front here. Of course we have the guards and we have the doorway, which we can open up like so. And just behind the door you have a little lever here. You can put a minifig on and launch him in the air. The whole thing retracts in like that. Back out again. There's a little lever right there, and if you push that down, two of the stairs explode off, and behind his throne there's a hidden lightsaber that you can launch in the air. There it goes. And in this section here we have Luke up the top, and he's trying to get away. He doesn't want to be fighting Vader, but of course we can knock that down and down he comes tumbling. So that's pretty cool, and that just sits on this little piece here in the little hole there. It just sits in there. And on the other side we have the section where Darth Vader throws the Emperor down the reactor tube. And the other thing you can do with this set is actually close the whole thing up. So you retract the doorway, and you can bring these sides in, and they have a clip just here, and you can clip them straight onto there. So you can clip it in like that and just close the whole thing up, and even like that it still looks pretty good. And let's spin it around. I'll give you a look at the back side. This is a mechanism to launch the lightsaber. So it just goes in a little hole behind the throne, and you can just launch it with that there. The only thing, I'm not too sure about these dark tan slopes. I think they probably would have been better off in dark grey or maybe even black. The printed windows here are a real nice touch. I like that. We do get a couple of printed tiles just on either side of the throne there. Now just show you the reactor. I'm not sure if we can see in there, it's a bit hard to show, but they are all stickers in there. They were actually a little bit hard to apply those because you're putting them on the inside, so inside the lip, and plus being curved, it was you really need to take your time to have a nice application for those stickers. And behind the throne here you can see where the lightsaber is and how that launches out of there. Okay, so now it's time for a Watcha Building comparison. Once I've finished that comparison, I'll give you my overall thoughts on this set. But what should I compare this to? Let's have a look. So the set I've decided to do a comparison with is the Home 1 Mon Calamari Star Cruiser set 7754. It comes with 789 pieces, 6 minifigs, and it came out in 2009. So it's a little bit hard to sort of really compare when you've got builds with scenes like this, but they're very close in the piece count. They're both in between 700 and 800 pieces, so overall I thought that was a pretty fair comparison to do, but as comparing them like for like, it is hard to do. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Death Star Final Duel. Well, I think this is a fantastic set. I really enjoyed the build, and I just think it looks great. I mean, that is a big problem with these scene type builds, is actually get something to look good. And for the piece count, I mean, originally if I looked at that set, I would say it's a lot more than 700 odd pieces. It's got a lot of good play features, but just the display value for myself, just to put up on a shelf, I really think it's a great set for that. So then when you add these excellent minifigures into the equation, I just think we have a really great set here. And if you're thinking about getting this set, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I really love that new helmet on Darth Vader. So yeah guys, I am just really impressed with it. I'd love to know what you think about it. Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to have a chat about this set. Have you bought this set? Are you thinking about buying this set, or do you just don't like it at all? Leave it all in the comments. We'll have a chat. But thanks for watching guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel for more great Lego. I've got plenty more on the way. Thanks again for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.